Gross domestic product, or GDP, is a way to measure a country's wealth. It takes into account things like export revenues, incomes, consumption, and the value of goods and services that the country makes in a year. The GDP per capita is a useful way to measure the quality of life in a country. It is calculated by dividing the wealth of the country by the number of people who live there. If the GDP per person is high, it usually means that the people who live in that country are wealthy and doing well. Welcome to our channel, The Top. Here you can find all the top 10s in the world, whatever you can think of. Today we bring you the top 10 most richest countries in the world. But before we begin our countdown of these richest countries, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you will never miss any video. So, let's get started. Number 10. San Marino. The stable and successful economy of San Marino is in part due to its resourceful people, who were able to adapt and make good use of what they had. San Marino used to be a country of farmers and people who worked with stone. They made cheeses and other farm products, as well as unique items out of stone. Today, its hardworking people make ceramics, tiles, building materials, furniture, clothing, fabrics, paints, high-quality spirits, and wines that are exported and help the economy. The recent economic growth of the country has also been helped by the export of fruit. Number 9. Brunei. Brunei, a small country in South Asia, got its independence from Britain in 1984. It quickly became one of the richest countries in the world. Its sultan is in charge of everything, from the military to the economy. It has its own rules for punishment and gives his people free education and healthcare. Over 97% of people in Brunei can read and write. Number 8. United States. The United States has strong purchasing power because it has a lot of natural resources and is the biggest economy in the world. It gets its own energy and can sell its oil and gas to make money. No other country has a bigger economy or a higher rate of real GDP growth. As a market economy with a relatively low level of government regulation and a decentralized political system, there are almost no state-owned businesses, and the legal system protects investors from liability. Even though these numbers make talented people from all over the world want to try to make a lot of money there, it is still one of the top countries where wealth is not shared equally. Number 7. Norway. Norway is known to have the highest standard of living on Earth. It also ranks first on the Human Development Index because of its advanced education systems, unique social security system, and universal healthcare. Exports of raw oil and gas resources drive the economy, and the country's large reserves of seafood, hydropower, lumber, minerals, natural gas, and fresh water ensure its future prosperity. Since the 1970s, Norway has also made a lot of money from selling petroleum. Number 6. United Arab Emirates. From the 1770s until the late 1930s, when it was still called the Trucial States, this country was dominated by the pearl industry. What started out as a hobby for the people who lived in the small villages became a major source of income for them. Dubai and the rest of the country have moved on to tourism now that they have built some of the most luxurious resorts in the world. We hope you are enjoying the video. If so, you can watch more interesting videos on our channel. Just hit the bell icon and subscribe to our channel and stay tuned. Now let's get back to our video. Number 5. Switzerland. Switzerland is thought to be one of the happiest and healthiest places on Earth. It is home to people who speak German, French, and Italian, and they have lived and thrived together for more than 800 years. Even though the cost of living is high, goods and services are expensive, and the Swiss franc has a very high value compared to other currencies. Many people come to this country for business or tourism. Number 4. Qatar. Just 50 years ago, the peninsula off the east coast of Saudi Arabia had a small fishing industry and almost no schools. In the last 20 years, however, it has grown into a major oil exporting hub for the world. In 1997, Qatar started sending a lot of natural gas to Japan and Spain. In the early 2000s, it started sending natural gas to other countries as well. After 15 years and 14 natural gas plants, its GDP has gone from $30 billion to over $200 billion, which is a huge jump. Number 3. Ireland. In the last year, Ireland has replaced Qatar in third place. Ireland has a high standard of living and a high GDP because of how low corporate taxes are. Many multi-billion-dollar companies move to and grow their businesses in Ireland because of this. Even though people earn high wages, the income per person grows at a slower rate than the GDP as a whole. Others want the country's stability and steady growth in wealth from tourism, farming, and manufacturing. Number 2. Singapore. Singapore has become the second richest country in the world, even though it has no natural resources to build its economy on. This is because Singaporeans work hard and come up with new ideas. The economy is driven by the fact that the country is a central hub for global financial services firms. Jobs in manufacturing, services, transportation engineering, and logistics pay well, and the country's main exports are electronics, biotechnology, and chemicals. Number 1. Luxembourg. Luxembourg is the richest country in the world. It has a high income level and a low unemployment rate. In August 2022, its inflation rate rose to 6.8%, but its wealth stayed the same. The main reason for Luxembourg's high GDP, according to the World Economic Forum, is that a lot of people work in this small, landlocked country while living in nearby Western European countries. The well-developed infrastructure and high wages on the job market bring in investment and copies of big companies from outside. So, these are the top 10 richest countries in the world. If you like the video, leave a comment and subscribe to our channel. Press the bell icon for the latest updates. Thanks for watching.